similar to something that I talked about to one of those ladies who was mentioning, like, concern in the orangutan examples is the uh can't remember how it came up, but I started to give examples of like kind of the other end of it. Like another way of seeing it is, if say I want to stop being moody and I want to be enthusiastic when I want in almost like the concern type of thing, like the wavelengths. Oh yeah, it was about yawning. That's another topic. Uh, but how, like, birds and a murmuration, all that stuff. Like we've talked about how being in the zone, and when you're in the zone, then everything kind of lines up. And if you're in the zone with others, things line up. So everybody's kind of in a zone together, and wavelengths work that way. So it's like if you go into a room and somebody's like really agitated, when they enter the room, the whole room becomes a little more agitated. And for those who are really susceptible and not very aware or equanimous, they will become more agitated because of the room being itself having that weight, that state of being, the resonance of like the pattern of being agitated. But those who are more aware and more balanced, they won't be affected as much, but they will still be aware of the fact that agitation just entered the room, almost like as a movement. This room is moving into our agitation, just by a person being agitated, moving into a room. And in the same way, if you decide to be enthusiastic when you go into a room, it's like, I want to be enthusiastic when I go into this room, at least for like 5 seconds, so that I'm not bringing the mood down of the room, or like, or bring it up and like I want to have a good day, and or cheers, maybe you're going to your grandma's house and she's grouch and you're like, I need to be happy for my grandma so that she's not a grouch when I'm there, or something like that. I just talked to mom about that the other day. And like the enthusiasm that is expressed by when you go into the room for the first 5 to 10, 20 seconds or whatever it is, that is actually a result of the motion that you started when you made the decision to go to be enthusiastic. Like that, the enthusiasm was all in the decision. That's where all of the power was. In that like single moment, you had so much decisiveness and so much presence that all of your power was in act to be how you wanted to be. And then the rest just kind of trickles off from there. Like you kicked off the movement. Like maybe it was like, oh, I'm annoyed, I don't want to go to work today. And then it's like, but I want to have a good day at work, and I don't want to, like, you know just have a bad day at work. Like you made the decision to go, like, I'm gonna go enthusiastic, and then whatever that expresses, that like you might not never put it into words, like I'm gonna be enthusiastic for 10 seconds when I enter a room, but it's like I'm just gonna bring up the energy. Let's do it. And like for you made the decision already. You already kicked it into gear. It's like a flick up, like new. And then the first 10 seconds that you're in the room, you're in high gear of moving in that direction. And then usually when you enter a room, you bring up like the enthusiasm has entered the room. And if enthusiasm enters the room, anybody who's not aware and not very equanimous feels that enthusiasm, and they carry it. Like it's so easy for, it's almost like when we were at Shambhala, you go up to some guy who's got his head down and rocking away, and a guy next to him, and you slap him on the back and go, woo! And then they're like, woo! And then they just carry it with them. And if you do go into a room and people are wearing equanimous, then they're already balanced, they're already enthusiastic and like full of power and everything. So they'll feel the enthusiasm and be like, sweet. Like, yeah, we're carrying it. Let's do this. Like it's decision is way before. And then all you did was kick it into gear, and that motion carries. And then for as long as you want to carry it, that's the motion that you will continue to carry. Yeah.